Hey, so this is my work from home look. The only fancy thing I have right now is this hairpiece from Jackie Kirui. She is totally amazing. I'll put the link below where you can find her. She's on IG. Right. So today I am randomly talking about a statement my sister told me yesterday or sometime this week. A queen does not need to seek favor. And this came about when I was telling her I call my sister Emma. I call her boss these days because I've kind of left all the negotiating for all the work that I'm doing to her because she's like, yo, that woman don't joke. She don't joke. So I leave all that stuff to her. I copy her in and I send it to her and I'm like, what do you think? And that's what she said. She said a queen does not have to seek favor. And the reason she said that was because there was a deal that landed on my table, and it wasn't a whole lot of money. And it was, well, a lot of the time in my industry as a writer, you get deals which are not that good, but then if you get into them and you stick around for 6 months, a year, the deal gets better. Um, because it opens more doors for you. So it was one of these deals. Somebody who I've worked with a long time, it's one of these deals, and I said to her, well, the deal is not great, and I really, really trust this person, and I feel like I should take it because, part of the reason why, I mean, I gave her a list of reasons, and one of the reasons I gave was to seek, to gain favor, because I know this is going to open bigger doors down the line. And she said to me, is that from all the stuff that I said, which a lot of it she agreed with, the one thing that stood up for her is me saying I was trying to seek favor. And she said, a queen does not seek favor. She said, you have earned your keep. You have proven yourself in this industry. People know what you are about. And anybody who's telling you to do this to seek favor does not deserve you on their table. And it just hit me. And it hit me because, especially as women, and I always say this, I feel we shortchange ourselves when we negotiate. There was a similar incident about 2 years ago where I was called on to this project with this really big institution. And they gave me a deal and they said, we don't have a lot of money right now. It's the first time we're doing this, so let's see how it goes. And they gave me this deal on the table. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll take it. And then they went around and were talking to like two other people who were part of the project, but these were men. And so he came back to me, this guy in the institution, he came back to me 3 days later and he said, guess what? And I asked him what? And he said, well, the amount that you agreed to work for, we've just doubled it. Actually, it was more than double. And I asked him, why? I'm like, I'm not complaining, but why have you doubled it? I'd agreed to do the deal. And he said, well, because the other two people that we talked to, they laughed in our faces and they said, you've got to be joking. We're not going to um, take the job for the amount that you're putting on the table. And I asked, why not? I mean, so then I asked, who are these guys? And they were men. And I remember at that point calling them because I know them. And I was like, or we got to know each other. It's like, thank you for not accepting the deal that was on the table. This happened twice. And both times the negotiation, I'd said yes. And then they talked to the guys because they'll come to me first, I suppose, for them. I was like, okay, she's an easy target. So they come to me first and I'd say yes. And then they went and they talked to the first one was these two guys were working with them. I was like, hell no. And I got more money because, it's a blanket thing and you all have the same pay, right? You're all at the same pay level. Thank you for all the people who fought for women's rights. So we have the same level. And the second job was the same exact thing. I'd said yes, and the dude who I was meant to be working the job with, he was like, "Oh hell no, I'm not taking the job for that." So they upped it, and then my pay was upped as well. So the other day, when my sister told me a queen does not need to seek favor, it really hit me hard because I feel we do this a lot, not just in our jobs or the offers that come to us. We do this in our relationships. We do this in our personal spaces. We do this with our friends. We do this with our families. This thing that you always have to go out of your way to seek favor. And I'm saying, stop it. I'm not saying don't build your reputation to the point where, people come to look for you. But when they do come looking for you, which is what happens a lot once you've earned your keep, when they do come looking for you, stop thinking that it is you to earn their favor. It is not. It is a beneficial relationship. They know that. But for so long as you don't know that, you'll always get the short end of the stick. A queen does not have to seek favor. Stop it. Know who you are. Believe in your glory, and then sip some wine.